engage the community in the support of the education of students, your number one function as a school board member. The board needs to be strong advocates for education. Now, everybody has different opinions, and some people get on the school board with certain ideas in mind about things you want to make sure are improved. But I would need to say to you all that it's very important that the school board think of itself as the people who are going to make sure that education is exceptional, but also that you need to be strong advocates for education in your community. A community is in deep difficulty if its own board is not advocating strongly for education with the townspeople. Board members are liaisons with their community. You all come from your communities. You've been there. You know the people. You know the values. You know what people care about. And you have your ear to the ground. If you haven't already been talked to, you will be talked to by any number of people who have opinions about the school. And that's an important part of what your role is. You're going to be hearing people, and you're a liaison in that way. But likewise, you have an obligation to inform the community about what the school is doing and where the school is going and why it's important that the community be supportive. This is kind of a big one. Educate the public around the future. We had a speaker at our annual conference last October, but our speaker last year talked about the fact that our schools need to go through a radical transformation over the course of the next several years, and the biggest barrier to making be the general public. All of us went to school. Many of us had kids that have gone to school, and we certainly have in our heads what a quality school looks like. But over the next decade, things are going to change so quickly, and school board members will need to be in the middle of all that and be the interpreters for the general public to help people understand where things are going and why it's important to engage the change process. So at this point, we'd like to do our first poll of all of you that are out there participating, and this one has to do with community engagement. Carrie is going to put up a question. We understand that some of you are just going to have to say to these polls, I don't have any idea. Our reason for asking is you need to be asking. When you start going to meetings, when you start getting familiar, you ought to be asking yourself and your board these kinds of questions, because this is part of the role of the board. So it's great to see that about 2/3 of you think that your board does a good job of engaging the community. Okay.